Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's video is hyper serious. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're addressing the Andromeda Galaxy, people living there, because I'm sure everybody on Earth knows exactly what's going on. Andrew Tate just got arrested a few hours ago. And I know I'm releasing a video late, but I wanted to get all my facts straight. I wanted to really look into this as hard as I could. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Tate, I made a video on him a few months ago. You probably heard of him. He's a wild character saying some wildly outlandish things. And initially, while I thought it was all for social media attention, he's really just somebody trying to get you into his hustle culture program and give him money. Okay, that's pretty much how it goes. How it goes. Now, of course, Andrew Tate's converted to Islam, done a few other things. Not enough for me to keep track of. Now, and when I made my Andrew Tate video, there was a scenario where it came into the topic of human trafficking. Andrew Tate is a person with a severe amount of allegations behind him. And literally a few hours ago, he was busted by the Romanian police, the Romanian feds at this point. So let's get into what actually happened. Now, this all begins with Elon Musk. Elon Musk bought out Twitter and decided to give every user amnesty, which meant unbans. Now, Andrew Tate's account, Cobra Tate, basically got free reign to come back and tweet out. And since then, Andrew's been tweeting some wild stuff, whether it be about books and whatnot. But yesterday, he tweeted out at Greta Thunberg. Now, for those of you who don't know Greta Thunberg, she's a climate activist. Andrew basically tweeted something along the lines of, get this, Andrew Tate tweeted at Greta Thunberg going, "Hello, Greta Thunberg, I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8-liter quad turbo. My two Ferraris A12 Competizione have 6.5 liters V12s, and that is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions." So, of course, Greta Thunberg replies, "Yeah, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. Now, again, I don't understand what it takes for one of the richest influencers to get roasted by a fucking teenager, but ladies and gentlemen, a wild world we live in. Now, of course, this might have been one jab back, but, obviously, people like Andrew Tate have an ego the size of a galaxy. And, of course, he had to respond to this. And in this, he kind of incriminated himself a little bit. So in this video, he basically responds back to Greta Thunberg, winking at her, smoking. But here, if you scroll down a little further, there's a box of pizza! Now, of course, stop, ladies and gentlemen. This is where internet investigators, the actual investigators, looked further into it. Now, see, on the box, you may not be able to see it because the video recording can be wild. That says Jerry's Pizza. Now, I shit you not, it was because of this that Andrew Tate's house, apparently, if true, got raided. Now, according to a Romanian newspaper, Gandul, it seems like the actual law enforcement, Tate in Romania, pretty much waited for the Tate brothers, apparently, to be in Romania until they could actually prove that they were there. For instance, sources closest to the investigation stated that shortly after the completion of the computer expertise, the authorities waited for the right moment to catch the Tate brothers, who were always out of the country, so they weren't in Romania for a lot. But, of course, when they looked into this, when I looked further into this whole situation, it did also seem that maybe it might be too good to be true. There was definitely a set of investigation going on. This has been happening for a while. Ever since I talked about Andrew Tate originally, when we looked into it, these were investigations that were done by Romania, and there was also an involvement by the US State Department as well, too. And if it's one thing you know about investigations, they take time to complete. Or to progress. So obviously, this wasn't really shocking to happen. Apparently, the pizza box was just tipping off the fact that maybe he was in the country at the time that post was made. And then if you look at over here, like the arrow and Jerry's Pizza, again, yeah, it's the same damn pizza, it seems. So apparently, being a Romanian brand, the police apparently uses a tip-off and mobilized real quickly. The actual footage of it right over here. Now, of course, you can see Andrew Tate's being escorted, doing a little model walk, escorted by Romanian feds. And initially, I thought this was a little wild, so I wanted to get even deeper and look at the original source for some of this, too. And so this brought me to the Direcția de Investigare you know what? This is the Counterterrorism Bureau of Romania, it seems, okay? Organizata si Terrorism. And they made a press release on the 29th, 12th of 2022. So this basically happened like this morning, a few hours ago. So on 29/12/2022, the prosecutors of the Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terror, DICOT, central structure, together with police officers from the Bucharest Organized Crime Brigade, implemented 5 home search warrants in a case which investigations under the aspects of committing the crimes of constituting an organized criminal group. So this is actually a translation from Romania to English. So again, there are going to be mistranslations. There's going to be some, conjugation errors. There's going to be some grammatical errors for sure. Human trafficking, and in the case, it was noted that at the beginning of 2021, 4 suspects, 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens, constituted a criminal group organized in order to commit crimes on the territory of Romania, but also of other countries, such as the United States of America and Great Britain, at the crimes of human trafficking. Victims were recruited by British citizens by misrepresenting their intention to enter into a marriage, cohabitation relationship, and the existence of genuine feelings. So the lover boy method, basically, hey, I'll be your boyfriend, your husband, your lover, come in. They'd move over and, things would escalate from there. So the Loverboy method, they were then later transported and housed in buildings in Ilfov County, where by exercising acts of physical violence and mental coercion, through intimidation, constant surveillance, control, and invoking alleged debts, they were exploited by group members by forcing them to perform demonstrations, pornographic, for the purpose of producing and disseminating through social media platforms material having such a character, and by submitting to the execution of forced labor. Wow, that's insane. I mean, is that literally what what Tate is claiming? This is from an official source. Jesus Christ. So far, 6 injured persons have been identified who were exploited by the organized crime group. So again, there's no names being thrown out here. It's literally like unidentified users, unidentified people. With regards to the crimes, it was noted that in March 2022, an injured person was forced on 2 different occasions by a suspect through the exercise of physical violence and psychological pressure. Jesus Christ. At the headquarters of the Directorate for the DICOT Central Structure, 4 people who are reasonably suspected of being involved in criminal activity were taken for questioning. Following the hearings, the prosecutor for the Directorate, DICOT, ordered the 4 persons to be detained for 24 hours. So I assume sometime tomorrow, whoever's been detained here is going to be freed. So of course, if you look at the footage they've got down over here, if you just zoom into it real quick, I'm just going to kind of play it. If you watch this footage, you can see them raiding the house. And this is in fact the Tate house too. If you go all the way to the beginning, you skip a little bit forward through these houses, you can actually see they're breaching open the gate over here, straight up going in. And there it is. That's one of the samurai characters. Go back. Watch this. That's one of the samurais in front of the Tate house. In fact, that's where the chess piece Tate logo would be too. And then they breached the house. So yeah, they're actually breaching it around. They're clearing the entire area. That's where Tate had his goodbye video, I think, in front of that big television. And yeah, they're going upstairs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you got all the officers ready to go. This is their gendarmerie entering in. And you've got a blurred shot. I don't know who this character is. Kind of looks like maybe one of the Tate brothers. And then you've got the vehicles, obviously. You've got the, Rolls Royce, I think. Yeah, here you've got a security system. You've got them raiding it. Seriously. Yeah, look at that right there. The Tate logo, the samurai. Yeah, they're full breaching in. This is wild. This is a full-on house raid. No, it is a house raid. Jesus. Now, at the end of this, apparently it seems this is generally just part of a trafficking probe right now. It just literally happened. And at the end of the day, obviously, according to even the Romanian police right over here, if we actually look through their translations, we make it clear that during the entire criminal process, the investigated persons benefit from procedural rights, guarantees provided by the Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as the presumption of innocence. Obviously, they're going with the innocent until proven guilty. So again, this has happened once more. Andrew Tate has been arrested by actual feds in what appears to be an investigation. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say for the record, I'm not going to say that Andrew Tate is a confirmed human trafficker, because obviously I wait until a judgment is made by an actual judicial system. Because once those charges are brought, once they're actually laid out, then feel free to say it all you want. But I would not be surprised if Andrew Tate turns out to be one of the worst human beings in regards to this kind of a crime. This has been going on for a fair bit, and we're seeing an actual movement. I would never make an Andrew Tate video again, simply because it just doesn't really, come out to me. except in regards to this situation. This is what I've been following for so long, so to see it just happen randomly, literally before the year is ended, makes me wonder a few things. Obviously, they may have probably found some new information, because they have been investigating for months, okay? It wasn't just the pizza box, which was the sole reason that an entire, like, raids were actually organized in a matter of hours. Obviously, they've been investigating the Tate brothers, and they mobilized real quick once they found out that, hey, they're actually in the country, and we can do something about it. So again, Andrew Tate, who was infamously known for moving to Romania, or a lot of these countries because the police were a bit more friendly in terms of how they take money, or bribes, if you will, or how loose and fast they are with the law, that same country has jumped in to actually go on the Tates, or the people who surround them. So obviously, the Tates have gotten raided. They've been detained, it seems, based on the footage that we've watched. So it's wild to see, and honestly, I really am interested in what turns out to come out tomorrow, or the day after, or in the next few weeks, maybe the next month. Maybe we'll see something kick up. But something right now to know is the Tate brothers definitely do not have luck on their side, for sure. But yeah, it's a wild story, man. It's a wild thing. A pizza box, Andrew Tate flexing on a teenager, so a young adult on social media, and ultimately a day after that, getting raided by Romanian cops. Like literally, full-on raided. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Andrew Tate arrested video. Hopefully we get to see some actual news based on why they... Maybe we get to see, like, what the evidence is, maybe why they raided him, because they have... DICOT has to explain this going on forward. But yeah, wild day. Wild stuff. So hopefully I got hopefully I got everything right. I wanted to really investigate this as much as I can. I've been peeling over this for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar. Hopefully you have a good night. Hope you have a great next year coming up. And let's see what happens with the Tates. I'm out.